Hi guys, it's Nicole from eKiwi, and today I have a contest entry. So this one is for Kula Creations and her 5,000 subscriber contest, and the theme for this is mythology. Right now I'm just showing some of the materials that I used. I'm using the Sakura Koi Watercolors Pocket Field Sketch Box, the Lavender pens, Stabilo pens, and Sigma white gel pen, and Micron in 005. I'm swatching some of the colors from the Koi watercolors, and I have to say that they're really pigmented and I really like the color payoff. I didn't use that much water. I feel like you get a lot of color for what you get. I'm also sketching some of the poses that I was thinking of. Unfortunately, the camera was on autofocus, so I didn't get to capture a lot of it because it kept zooming in and out and I didn't want to hurt you guys' eyes. Same thing for when I start sketching the actual picture. I didn't realize it was on autofocus until later on, so you miss out on some of it, but I think some of it you can't even see anyways, so I think it's okay. So I'm just sketching out with a Lavender Prismacolor Color Erase pencil, and the theme that I went for was in Chinese mythology. I went for the moon goddess and the jade rabbit. So the mythology goes back quite a bit. I'm just going to start with the origins, really briefly covering it, and then go into the moon goddess. So the stories that I'm going to give are based on what I heard back in Chinese school. These are all told to me orally, so I don't have like exact written documents for these, but you can probably find a similar example online. So basically, the Jade Emperor, he had 10 sons, and they were in the form of suns, like the ones that you see in the sky. And they would all rotate, so every day it'd be a different sun until it had to repeat again. But they were all bored, so they decided to play together. And if you can imagine one sun being really hot, then 10 suns is really hot, and it started to burn up the earth and made it super hot. So the Jade Emperor, he summoned an archer, and this archer shot down the 9 suns. The Jade Emperor just wanted the archer to teach his sons a lesson, but instead he actually killed 9 of his sons, leaving only one of them left. And because of this, the Jade Emperor banished him from the heavens and made him mortal. Now when he was mortal, he was treated pretty much like a god. He became the ruler, and his beautiful wife lived with him. However, in my version of the story that I heard, he was cruel to the people as he got older, and he sought some way to become immortal or live forever. He found this old witch, and she gave him 2 pills, one for himself and one for his wife, and if they took them, that they would become immortal. Now his wife was really kind and nice, and she did not want to see the people of the village suffer under her husband's rule. So one night she took the pills with her, but when he found out, she was so startled that she swallowed them both, causing her to float up to the moon. And as she was floating up, he tried to shoot her down with his arrows, but he kept missing, and she was immortal now. So now that she lives on the moon, that's how she became the moon goddess. There are other variations of the story where the archer is not cruel. There are some where the wife is trying to protect her husband and she takes the pills on accident. And there's the saying that he misses her so much that he offers her favorite food every time. So that's why there's the Mid-Autumn Festival and mooncakes and stuff like that. So I guess I heard the crueler one of the 2. There's definitely plenty more. You can find them all in the internet. So if you want to go and find out all those, then go ahead and feel free to. The second part of the story that I included in here was the Jade Rabbit. So the story goes, from what I've read, is that there were three immortals that transformed themselves into beggars, and they approached a fox, a monkey, and a rabbit. And they asked these three animals for food. The fox and the monkey gave them food, but the rabbit didn't have any food, so he jumped into the fire and said, "You can eat me." And the immortals were so moved that they made the rabbit immortal as a jade rabbit on the moon, forever pounding medicine for other people, I suppose. And so the jade rabbit and the moon goddess were friends, and they accompanied each other on the moon. The reason why I chose this story was not only because I'm Chinese and I like the mythology that comes from it, but also because I have a rabbit too, and I thought it would be kind of fitting to include a bunny into my picture. So now that I'm done talking about the mythology, let's go into the process. So my overall image for this picture was that I wanted to give off purple, like misty purple hues along with the yellow. Because they are complementary colors, I thought they look well together. So I included a bunch of purples and blues and yellows. And then the jade rabbit is obviously green. Now I didn't do any color studies beforehand, which I probably should have, but I do like how it turned out in the end, just for winging it at least. Next time I'll probably do a color study, but I think I also want to digitize this one and make it a print. Not only that, I do plan on making a mythology series, so if you guys would like that, let me know in the comments down below. I want to cover a lot of different myths and gods and goddesses and mythical creatures, stuff like that, so I thought it'd be really fun. Even though I have a lot of series going on, I thought it would be fun to do my own take on these mythical creatures or myths and legends. So yes, let me know if you would like to see that, or if you want to see a specific one. I can go ahead and look into it. I will give a warning ahead of time though. I definitely have to do a lot of research for the stories, but since myths are anonymous and there's probably plenty of different alterations and variations of the stories, the ones that I will tell are the ones that I've found, on the internet, and I'll probably link it down below just so I'm not plagiarizing. Overall, I do like how this picture turned out. It's probably not what I imagined it to be. I actually thought she would have black hair, but I thought that keeping it more of a pastel color would make it seem more light, even though the moon is in the dark. But I might do different color schemes digitally, so you might see that in the future. With that, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. If you want to check out the contest, there'll be a link as well in the description. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!